We got a 6-car field today, so good launching grid. Again, real nice last week. Shenanigans, got a 5 machine to complete. 12 Fortune Compound G7. Ferrari 71 machine, 5 Mr. Monaco itself. And the Fortune 650S Javier Netta. And then in second place, we have Fortune in the BGS. Clutch machine. Racing correctly. Ives Racing is Blue Sonic Jet. My current pole sitter. Alright. We're waiting on Jason to get to his car. Once everyone's in their cars, we'll get the caution. Alright, so I don't know if you guys know this, but if you guys are having lag issues, you could disable the median layout. That'll help you a lot. Save you guys for seats. Airstyle, you get to be in your car, so we start in just a few moments. Just have some patience. Air's in your car, and revs it. This is the new race. As he says not ready, he hops off his car. Thankfully, not going to matter much regardless. Appreciate if you weren't the guy to join last minute. It's currently, I believe, 25 minutes after we were supposed to start. Actually, an hour and 25 minutes from plan to start. Snap 51, please make it to your car as quickly as you could. Not quite. Snap 51, please get to your car as soon as you can. If you're calling someone, just start from the pit lane. Don't be that guy. Give these 30 seconds. have any issues with the DM. And Blue Gen is pulling off early, prematurely, or full sitters off. You have 5 cars, east pointing to pits. Great. Cars, start going down. Ferrari gets loose. It's stuck behind one now to the inside. Looks like that Ferrari's going to get back out. But he's stuck by one, side by side with Mr. Monaco. They're going down the back straightaway. There's one. He's going to take the inside line. The Ferrari goes outside, crosses back to the inside. Looks like he's stuck by one. He's positioned by the end of the stop. He's going to count out that Ferrari. He's still in position to potentially make a spot back. Looseness here. Very good. Ferrari stuck by one gets a little bit loose. Ferrari spot out. For speed, making it back down the back straightaway. It's Viper versus Ferrari. Versus new. Relatively speaking. Locked up Viper by the end of the lap. Very close distance. I'd say it was about half a second between the two of them, especially on certain points of the track. Ferrari gets a little loose there. That's going to cost a little bit of time. That gap a little bit as meanwhile front she's made a mistake as well. Side by side, leading there. So there's no trade. Back behind her. You can also see he's not 5-1. The Ferrari closing in on each other, as well as on to the leaders. Pushing to take back the leader. She's got his knees around. She spins out. And that's going to put her into his battle. He's not 5-1. And there's side by side. There's not going to stick ahead of he's not 5-1. He's been passing as he left. Should actually have across the balance the volume as Arisnetta has fallen back to 4th place. Mr. Monaco, though, it's just a lag spike. I thought things were a bit weird. Mr. Monaco, the only European in the field today. So he's having a lot of lag issues. He had some earlier, right before the race started, and that cost him to start all the way in the rear. Say the East 951 is closing a little bit of a gap here. The Crucian has just been blowing by every lap. Meanwhile, East 951, I think this might be one of his first few quick times that he's had, as he's running the fastest. And Arisnetta picking up the ground with that Ferrari. Make the way into turn 2. And it looks like the Ferrari's still going to stick ahead. Arisnetta going to run it wide. So does the Ferrari. Although the Ferrari is going to run better than the McLaren. The gap here with the Crucian closing down little by little. We might see a 4-car battle steer up. The Crucian gets a little loose. That's going to cost him a lot. This is a high-speed section. That is not where you want that to happen. As Arisnetta has made the move by off screen due to Crucian getting loose. But meanwhile, we could be seeing a potential lead change here once again. I want to balance on the volume once more a little bit. C951 only a couple car lengths behind from our leader. Less than a second separating the two of them, as Arisnetta also in the mixture, as well as the Ferrari of RA Club, Mr. Monaco. Did something happen going down the hill? Yes, it did. A Crucian is loose. He's spun out and has fallen from 1st to 4th. That is the least that he wants out of this race. East 951 taking the lead, but he gets on the sausage curves, and that has cost him a lot of time. Here's Arisnetta crossing over side by side for the lead. And I think Arisnetta now is going to make up the spot. She's back at the front, so there's East's lead. It still is possible for him to reclaim it back. Here they go around the carousel. One of them high, one of them low. The two of them cross it over, making the way through. And it looks like Arisnetta is going to take back the lead by the end of the turn. Now make the way onto the front straightaway, and it looks like East is still in the picture here, but he's fallen back, missed the apex a little bit. There's Netta. You can see her dancing around the track. East 951 sliding across the track with his Dodge Viper. He's been complaining quite a bit about his Dodge Viper not being very balanced with tire wear. They do wear about the same rate, but it could be the oversteery nature that's been causing him. But here he goes, closing into Arisnetta. It's nearly side by side for the lead. They make the way through the back straightaway now into the carousel. East 951 dives low. Arisnetta goes high. East is going to get it by the end of the turn, but Arisnetta closing in with the speed she's carried on that exit. Two of them side by side through turn 1. Crossing it over. Once again, there's Jason about to be overlapped for the second time by. Arisnetta runs a little bit wide. East 951 now going to go back up front. Arisnetta closing in right behind. East 951 by this turn is going to be at the lead, but Arisnetta has almost a slider there into the turn. The two of them now overtaking Jason. Arisnetta closing in only about a car length or so behind. Arisnetta is cutting, just trying to get anything she can to get up to him, but it's not going to work. They make their way into the carousel. As East runs low, so does Aris, but East running high at the exit. Arisnetta carrying a little bit more speed on the front straightaway into turn number 1. And it looks like Arisnetta is just running a really nice line, although East has been more practical about it, as Aris doing is just drifting her car. And it almost looked like it was working for a second, but the speed she lost does cost quite a bit. Something happened to Jason. Jason has reset, I think. So we're gonna give one back to Jason. Jason had an issue there for a bit, and then there's a Crucian picking up the ground with Mr. Monaco. Arisnetta runs wide up the hill. So we're going to see how Crucian is looking. He's picking up the ground here with that Ferrari. The Cadillac now making the way by for the third place spot. That could be partially because of lag. As there is the Ferrari now struggling. The cars are going to start struggling. Pit stops might be considerable in the next few laps. We are encroaching the halfway point of this race. So that could very well be the case as Jason has fallen a lap down to East 951 to make the way through the front straightaway. And it looks like there's now by 2. The Crucian has moved out back to the podium spot, so we could be seeing some action here back up front in just a few short moments. We'll have to see where time puts us. Harris is going to run a little wide there, but looks to be closing a little bit with East 951, but though these last few laps, he's been on top of it. Harris now on the sausage curve. That's a lot of time loss coming into the back straight, and there's Crucian with a good looking at it. He's already close in. Oh, Crucian off the track there, but he's closed in on Jason. About to lap the next time by. Apologize, I sneezed there, but it looks like now out of the exit, Crucian, I think only about a second or so behind from Eris, maybe 2. He has some lag issues. Our field up front has spread out. Which would put us at a pretty good photo opportunity right here. So that's what we are going to do very shortly. Get a couple good photos for SLC. So they now make the way on the back part of the track. We'll get a good shot up at the front stretch here. As the top 3 in the NEST cars now making their way by. East 951 currently at the lead. Arizona not far behind in second place. All it takes is just a couple of turns to go correctly. Arizona gets a little loose. We've seen 3 leaders this race, with only really 4 cars in competition for the lead. It's been a little rough there for Mr. Monaco, but keep in mind he's only been in 2 races so far. So this is his, I think, 3rd race on this entire schedule. So doing pretty solid for how it's been looking. There's now closing the gap. I think a little bit more with East 951. They make the way down the hill, up the hill now. That was a beautiful looking turn there for Arizona. On the picture there, Arizona closing it little by little on East 951 down the back straightaway. Look at the board for the times. It looks like Eris has been a little faster this time through. Now they're way through the final turn. He's going wide, Eris going tight. He's make the way to the front stretch, and times are going to be checked. Eris has improved herself a little. She's taken that gap below an entire second in the last lap. As East gets loose, does correct, he's still keeping the lead, although that's only going to help Eris when you get loose like that. East 951 being close in really hard by Eris Netta. They make the way through onto the backstretch. Only a couple car lengths separating the 2 drivers. As it seems to be closing in, Eris has carried more speed on that exit. As the 2 of them make their way into the carousel. East going wide, Eris Netta going tight. Eris extends on the exit. And as they cross over side by side for the lead, it looks like a better exit there. East 951 now in the pits. You're going to be in the Fortune pit lane. You just need to be in that general area. East 951, the first one to take a pit. I'll be watching East 951 clear. And that is the first person to take a pit stop about halfway through the race. That's a pretty solid strategy. It will come and play later on. He's going to have a lot more time. That could actually allow him to get even more quick times, as his car is a lot more stable. as a Crucian. Arisneta is currently leading. She take a pit. She's usually not the type of person that goes into the pit lane, but she does not. Oh, what a trickster Arisneta has been. Oh! That nearly killed her, but she keeps it under control. That was sketchy. Car doing a whole slide there, but great save by Arisneta. 2 seconds of gap there as R8 now in the pits. Or Mr. Monaco makes her way into the pits as they fulfill their pit stop. They now are making their way out. There's now making their way another time around. Is she gonna do it? Is a Crucian gonna do it? I think a Crucian's gonna move the Paris. As a Crucian stays out along with Arisneta, these two are currently probably gonna run the gun and pray that they don't have to deal with anything. The caution would definitely hurt them. Next person down, I think that might do a pit stop might be Jason, but looks like the gap between Arisneta and a Crucian are 2 liters, only about a second. Crucian had led a lot of laps earlier on the race. Arisneta has been in the picture up and down throughout today and could come into play. Around the carousel. Dale does the fucking tops up here bud line. Goodness me, that was great there by Crucian. He's carried a lot of speed on Eris. We'll have seconds separate the two of them into turn 1. So it looks like running right on the wall, if you do it correctly, could work well. Crucian's been very, very strong in particular about running the top line on the carousel. As he's got a little bit of a slider there. Arisneta gonna run wide, and a Crucian comes back and takes the lead back away from Eris. Their tires are just gonna start struggling more and more and more as the friction gets looser. Right on the wall. Right on those safety barriers. Almost doing a ROX Chastain style line as they make the way on the front stretch into turn 1. Arisneta closing in on the Crucian. Ooh, he's got it loose. Arisneta to the inside of Eris, or to the Crucian, but a Crucian fights back. He gets a little loose there. As Arisneta now going to make their way up the hill, trying to make a move down the inside. The Crucian runs on the sausage curve, so Crucian, do be mindful, but you're fine. Oh, gets very loose there. That's a hard spot to lose that speed. Arisneta is going to close in and probably get by to the lead as they make their way back, though Crucian back up front. That's another lead chase as they're through the carousel. Making their way out to the front straightaway. Looks like you don't need a huge field to make a good race. Here they are, battling for the lead halfway through today. As a Crucian is cut completely. Looks like he was actually forced to. He got loose at the end. I think he probably got something on the rails, but there's Arisneta picking up towards the inside. Crucian runs it really wide, and Arisneta clears the Crucian for the lead. All depends on how these next few turns are going to run, and it looks like Dale gets a little loose coming onto the front stretch, so his tires are definitely struggling. I don't know if we've seen Jason do a pit stop yet. Again, a Crucian running the freaking tops up here line. This track has an oval style turn, and he's really taking it to heart. And it's been a challenge. Does Arisneta get loose? No, she does not. No, she did get a little loose, but she's kept it under control. As the Crucian slides his car, there's Jason now getting overlapped. We're already over halfway done with today, and it looks like it's been a good one. Although Arisneta going a little bit loose. The Crucian going to carry more speed into the backstretch to go. And a Crucian back up front due to Eris's little off-road adventure. He again running the tops lane. Arisneta going to run by though. It looks like he ran a little bit too hard and that cost him a bunch of time. Arisneta back up front. You got to run that line just right, otherwise that friction will eat you up. Aris goes really wide here. There's a Crucian peeking right behind. Only a car like the two of these have not been able to get away from each other. As a Crucian side by side for the lead with Aris and Netta. They make the way onto the back straightaway. Aris, both of them correcting themselves. Their cars have zero friction. East 951 has gained up a little bit of speed. And he's actually made that gap only about 11 seconds. Aris Netta now closing in through the inside, gets loose as the top lane runs for Crucian, and Crucian now making a pit stop. Crucian now making his way around the car, so Aris Netta now the last person out. East 951 going to pick up that ground. He gets by for second place, so that earlier pit stop has definitely helped East 951. Crucian now making the way out of the pit lane. As Crucian is now running third place. It's been a bit of a rough race, as those late race strats do hurt a little bit, because that time that gets gained off of not being loose, such as in Isa's case, he's down that gap to 10 seconds. I think strategy could come to play for East 951. He makes his way onto the back stretch. Aris Netta now closing in with, I believe, 21 laps to go for Aris Netta. East 951, you can just see on the back straightaway, or back of the front straight. Just 8 seconds behind. Aris Netta really sliding her car around. So, pit might be considerable. She nearly spins it. Aris Netta now making the way out to the backstretch. Her car is just all over the track. It is very loose. It's almost like she's running in rain. And she makes her way around the carousel. A little bit of a wall hit there. Is she going to go for a pit stop, or is she going to stay out? She stays out again. Almost does it. As Jason has now completed a pit stop. There's now the last car out on track. Must mention, back in 2021, Performance Engineering won the race by simply not pitting and just being fast enough. It was a bit of a rough race, but he didn't do a single pit stop and just, honestly, just rocked. There's now closing in the gap to 6 seconds. There's Netta all over the track. It's a very, very, very sticky situation for Aris as she's making her way through the carousel. So she's still at the lead, but the way it's looking, it might not stay that way for long. Is she going to stay out another lap? She is going to stay out another lap. I can hear East 951 closing in. There's also the Porsche being overlapped for the 4th time. And there's Netta now going down the hill and up the hill. She's going to do a lot of stuff to keep her car under control. This is not track or track roads. It's a very high-speed track. Its spins are hard to control, very hard to correct. There is not even a parking brake that locks your front wheels like the other classes do. So if you get loose here, it's all on you to get it back together. There's now running the Roush Chastain line and still staying out of the pit lane. That 5 where you can hear he's closing in little by little. 3 seconds there for East 951. He might be able to get his first GTI win. Though Crucian is actually closing a little bit of time here. So that might come to play in the last couple laps. Aris Netta making her way up the hill. And every passing turn, I think in her mind, that wing could be slimming down. Aris Netta now making the way through the back straightaway. As Ace's orange and white Viper, you can just see in the background on every shot. As it is yet another lap that Aris has actually maintained a good gap here with East 951. Of course, someone else could make a mistake, but Aris Netta, you can see all the tire smoke. He sees that tire smoke. It's become a whole smoke screen off down the hill. Crucian closing in a little bit more of that gap. By the way, look at the times. Last time by was about 9 seconds. He's gaining a second on East, I believe, every lap as well. Here's East 951 making his way over through the carousel onto the front straightaway. 1.2 second difference between our leader in East, and he's closing in every single turn. Air's none of there. East only a couple car lengths behind. Air sliding through as they make the way up the hill. Is East going to come and make the move to get back up front? East 951 taking back the lead cleanly. Air's Netta now struggling as she's making her way through, trying to get some ground. She did for a second. You could also hear Crucian only about 6 seconds back there. Mind you, Eris has not done a pit stop yet, and that could be what's costing her here. East 951 back up front. Eris now could be onto the strategy to get at least a podium. There is a pretty good gap there with Mr. Monaco. About 20 seconds there. Eris might be on strat to at least hold a podium by the end of the race. And there's a pretty good gap between Crucian and Monaco are pretty well spaced from each other. So that might be the next person to overtake Eris will be Crucian. Here's next few turns. And look at that board, see how Crucian looks. A little bit slower than East. As Eris Netta is around, smacks the wall. Here's the Crucian. Netta side by side with the Crucian for second place as they make their way up the hill, and I think with those tires gone, this might be pretty easy. There is the Crucian right ahead of Eris Netta. Eris Netta now gonna have to hold off to get third place by the end of the race, although she picks up a little ground from the Crucian's lag spike. Just go rubber banding away. On the inside line, a Crucian say tops up here, buddy, and Eris gets loose but corrects it. And Eris is going to probably fall back to third. So now it's up to Crucian to get back up to the lead. She's proven herself pretty hard, though. This last lap has actually picked up a bit of ground, and I think actually as they made their way up the hill, East 951 was a bit loose. So that could be a factor also. Should be the board. Has that gap been decreased any? Yes, it has. Crucian picking up a bit of ground. Eris Netta not doing her pit stop. I have to say this is on the route of a Ferrari pit stop. That might actually be the chance for Mr. Monaco to get by. Mr. Monaco gets by to fourth place, or to third place from Eris Netta. Tires are a little more dead than Eris's, but Eris has fallen back into into fourth. As Mr. Monaco now has a chance for a sweet, at least in his take, a pretty sweet podium for this race. There's a bit up front though for Crucian. That buy has been a lot better for him, as there's East 951 being closed in on. Only about 4.5 seconds separating the two of them, as next time by will be 10 to go. So we're definitely on the closing phases of the race. Not a big gap either with Mr. Monaco, so they might be going back for the podium. There's There's only 10 laps to do such a thing though, so it might be a little tough. East 951 making his way through, lapping Jason for the 5th time. East 951 gonna get a little loose there, but he's on route for a win. That gap though with Crucian has gone down quite a margin. Same thing with theirs and Mr. Monaco. About a second separating the two. There's Crucian by Jason. Oh, Mr. Monaco gets loose, and there is theirs now collecting the 3rd place spot. Frustrating there. Eric's just got fresher tires. It's going to be hard for Mr. Monaco to pick it up and get by, and you know, that's certainly being true. East 951 was one of the first pitters, so his tires are also starting to die off. That could be another significant factor coming into the end. Crucian waited a little bit longer than East, so he's got slightly fresher tires. Curious to see if that's going to come in clutch. Gap still about the same between the two of them. Looks like Eric's not going to still stay up in 3rd place. So far, I think it's going to be between Crucian and East to set it this way. Crucian has made the gap a little smaller, though this last lap. Yeah, this last lap actually has been pretty good for him. He's just not making his way through the 1st sector. How's it look like for Crucian? Not as good. This could be on route for his 1st GTI win if he could keep himself together. Goes through the front straightaway. There's definitely a saying that once you've won, you're gonna win more races. And that's this could be the case for East 951. He makes his way down the hill. It's always the first one that's the hardest. Everything else after that kind of just becomes a kind of, you know, work. Wasn't a great 1st sector there for East. Pretty good sector for Dale on the other hand. The two of them now making their way down into the carousel as Dale runs into the line. I think East has found himself pretty comfortable running bottom. Dale with a dirt background with asphalt ovals, and Dale with a dirt oval background, and East a little bit more into asphalt ovals. So you can kind of see where that comes to play. As the two of them now make their way down the hill. Gap only a little bit here, as next time by will mark the 5 laps to go. Another reminder, last year on that turn, that exact corner, I think it was actually that corner, I hit the sausage curve and got killed. My car flipped on me. It's the old SCG. That was a tough race. Here they are making their way around. I actually think that last year's race is a little worse than this one's come to mind. I think there was only like 5 racers. Here's a Crucian down in that gap to about a 2nd and a quarter. Yeah, definitely being closed in upon is we're gonna make sure everyone else is good on track. Looks like everyone else has made their way through nice and easy. There's cut there for Crucian. It seems to be fun. The gap closing in for the lead. Carry up more speed up top. There is East 951, who's ran down low. The gap is now, I think, within a 2nd, just a little bit. Our cars make their way through turn 1. Cars now making their way down the hill, and Accrution closing in hard on East 951. I think Accrution had won the April Fool's race. I'm not sure if he's won an actual GTI race yet. And East has been in the game since 2021, so he's been long awaiting this win. Inside line, Accrution up top yet again. As I'm not sure that gap is closed in much, if at all. As I said, it's literally the exact same to the second, or to the thousandth of a second, actually, mind you. But here's East 951 getting a little bit of a slide down the hill. That's going to close the gap here with Accrution. We only got 3 laps to go, I believe. So this is the final stages of the race, and it's looking very, very close there for up front. East gets loose, but does correct it as our cars make their way through the back straightaway. You can see the bridge, Emperor Circuit, as East is now even a little bit on the top line. Accrution seeing what he can do down low. It almost seems like they're riding the banking like a rail. As now this time by marks 2 to go, that gap closing in hard with Accrution and East 951. The cars now through turn 2, make their way down the hill, as only a couple car lengths separate the leaders. Coming in hot here with East 951 right on the bumper. He's going to fall back, hits the sausage curve onto the backstretch as a white flag will come by once they reach it. To the carousel, any interesting lines going to play. This could come on the final turn, on the final lap coming up. Here's the white flag here at Imperatore de Vresi. Now making the way down the front straightaway, East 951 a half second ahead of Accrution. Does he have what it takes to hold him off? They make the way onto turn 2. 2 oval racers, mind you, as they're now making the way down the hill. Accrution making a move down the inside. The crossover for the lead. Accrution to the lead. East 951 right behind. As there's only a couple more turns to go. Any desperation, this is where it comes to play. East 951 hitting the sausage curve. He's trying to carry more speed. They make the way down the back straightaway. Hit Accrution, hold off East 951. They make the way to the final turn. All depends on who takes it. Accrution running the high lane for a little bit, but East 951 down the inside. They make the way into the front straightaway, and it's a close one. It's an absolutely close one. Here they come across the line. Photo finish. And I gotta watch that one because I had something fucked up. We'll figure out the positions up front, shit. Shit. Arizona in 3rd place. Please clip it. Clip it. Arizona spinning across the line as our 4th place finisher now make the way through. And that is Mr. Monaco. So we are going to watch that finish. And I need Jesus. I need, Jake, if you could please send me that clip ASAP. We're going to try to see if we get from that angle. That's on me for messing that up. On me for messing that up. I'm going to go into the slow-mo. I think this is right. No, it's not. Window capture. Yeah, that'll... Window capture. That'll work. Jason will come up in the 5th place position, as we're going to now review this as quickly as I can. Try to determine the winner, because I accidentally, yeah, that was something. Increase the quality just if possible. Now watch this on 0.25 speed. Who was the first person to the line? Looks like Accrucian is your race winner by an incredible distance, but we will be watching another angle. If we could get Jake to send that.
Oh, look in DMs.
All right. Where it comes to play. Just gonna get confirmation. There you go. So now we got the Jake angle. So we're going to watch. So they make the way through the back stretch. So yeah, that was on me for that little mess up. But Jake here with a hover view, that's a lot more useful. And in fact, it was Accrucian from my angle and as well as Jake's angle. And those are both on the stream. So your race winner is Accrucian. Heartbreak for East 951. But overall, absolutely just a fantastic finish. And East 951, with that finish, you show that you have what it takes to win a race. It just needs to come to play. Alright, if we can have our top 3 lineup on the front straight. And yeah. Is that good enough? Maybe not a big field, but definitely one of the more exciting finishes I've seen in a while in the GTI series. Right at the line, that's our closest race finish we've seen. It's a whole front stretch becomes an entire section. Alright, if I can have the order East 951. He's here. East 951 is left. Wait, no, he's not left. Alright. Alright. Like how the order line up on the front stretch, we have East 9, or we have Accrucian, East 951 in second. So I'm gonna move East's car here. Just get a little podium. This is the best we got for now. Just the podium. Yeah, I'm gonna steal your car for a second here. Just the podium, just the podium. I guess it does. We'll start with our interviews as soon as we can. We're gonna get everyone lined up outside their cars. That's a huge W for DGS today. That's definitely going in the marks. We'll see if we can get the same thing coming to the ROX Mod race later on today. We're gonna get another photo. All right, that should be our photo here. We have our race winner, Accrucian. We're going to now interview Accrucian, otherwise known fondly as Dale Ross. That was one of the victories ever. Great job. You are unmuted, by the way, so bring me through it. And you honestly weren't even expecting to come to today, weren't you?
That was freaking nuts. The race was supposed to be on Saturday. I went camping on Saturday, so I was like, whatever. I'm gonna miss the ROX Mods GTI race, whatever. Take a points hit. But then something happened both times. I ain't even sure yet. I got to randomly Robo just like, okay, 20 minutes till GTI. I was like, oh, because I just got back to the house. But I've always liked this track because I ran it with Nico at some point testing something for I don't even know. But I ran a whole bunch of laps here and I really did like it. And man, that was so fun. I'm glad Blue Jay left because that would have just been a fight for second instead of the win. But I figured out how to make laps on new tires. Then the old tires hit. I'm sure you saw me and Eris sliding around. That was fun as crap, by the way, Eris. That was really good racing. It was hard to keep the car straight at all between laps 20 to 40 something. And once I got back on new tires, I was just boogieing. I think I said 2 new quick times until Eris apparently got it at some point. And man, I knew I was going to catch him. Just I didn't know if I was going to catch him in time. I caught him just in time.
Literally, like, just in time.
That was,
by the car line. Yeah, that was great.
That was really fun. Nice to get a win for DGS finally. GTI that isn't a joke race. And plenty more can come.
All right, thank you there, Dale. As we got our second place finisher here now, East 951. I'm gonna say this is probably the one that got away. As we're gonna unmute you. But I'm curious to see how you feel because that was a great finish, a great battle that whole last few laps.
I mean, really just bummed out. That's really the only way to put it. Yeah.
Anything about the track or anything else like that today?
Track's fun. I feel like it needs a simpler name, but.
Amen.
All right. Is that all you'd like to say? Anything to talk about today, or are you still kind of processing?
I've processed it. I'm just not happy about it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I like Dale. It was a good race. It's just it still sucks to see that first win just fucking so close.
You know what? You showed you got what it takes to win the race, though. So.
Yeah, but it's opportunities like this are where Jack Pro or Twin don't show up. So that was probably that for the GTIs for me.
Well, there is still one race to go tonight, and that's gonna be the ROX Mods. Let's see if that one can come up on top for you. You stopped that's my race, so we'll see where that one takes you. Take it there, East 951. We're gonna move on to Eris Netta. Alright, Eris. You ran it up and back a couple times today, and I think you kind of curious about how the strategy ran with the pits.
I was considering of just doing my usual and running like literally almost no stop until a yellow pops up. But then I remembered that this is a high-speed track, and I still committed to it for whatever reason. Because, like, no stopping usually only works on lower speed tracks where you only really need to worry about the throttle on exit of the turns. But in this case, since it's high speed, you need to worry about throttle on everywhere. And for some reason, that didn't register in my brain, so I just committed to the no stop until it was too late and I already fucked up the battle. I really wanted to get win or a P2 even, but I mean I can settle with P3. Still a podium.
And I also gotta say thank you for helping this race to get set up. It was not gonna go without you.
Yeah, I can send you the video of me calling you an idiot if you want.
Sure do. I was an idiot. So thank you there. We now have our third place finisher. That is Mr. Monaco. Ran up in the podium a couple times today, and just wasn't really in the right place by the end, but did run a good couple laps here. So if you want to speak, you can.
Yeah, the first laps were really amazing. I was in the fight, but then the tire were hit, and then I spun 3 times, made my mistakes. But you know, we all make mistakes, so there's that. Next time, podium, maybe.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you there. I know it's going to be a little late there for the ROX Mods. I'm curious if you're going to try to carry through and try your best to make it.
I will try to make it there because I'm always up to have more racing.
All right. Well, see you today with the American Ferrari. That'll be coming up in a few hours with the ROX Mods. So, there, Mr. Monica. And we're going to move up to our next person. That's going to be Jason. Jason has finished the race. I think I was in 5th place position.
Oh,
How were the cars today? How's the track?
the track, the feel of the car feel amazing. Sorry, I haven't tried my Ferrari B
That's on me.
idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to get that fixed.
Oh. So, are you gonna do that in the next race next weekend?
Yes, I will. Next week will actually be, where will be next week? We'll be at Lakeside Castle Raceway next week, so that's going to be a fun one. Every class is going to be racing a completely different layout. The GTIs will be racing the full layout, so that's a big track. I think it has like 2-minute long lap times, so
Yeah.
it'll be cool. So, a little tough race. I'm going to assume you're going to make it to the ROX Mods today, right?
What time is that?
Same time as usual, just on a Sunday.
No. I know that, but with time we gotta have a walking race league at 8
7.
p.m. Eastern.
You're fine. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. US PST, so that's like 2 hours after that.
Or so 7,
So like for you, it'd be like 10.
10.
Probably should be fine. You'll probably.
I don't know how long it Phoenix Raceway is for Rocky Racing League.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. We should
No,
best of luck
that
in
why.
this race.
Yeah, that why Eats is probably going to be watching my stream, so he can let you know.
Alright. So, thank you, Jason. And, we wish you some good luck when it comes to the race today. How are you, what's the NASCAR league you're in? Rocky Racing League?
Yeah, Rocky Racing League. I'm in ARCA Series. I'm number 17 for Wolf Motorsport. So I hope do good. If my team don't like me in the back, then they probably fire me and be in a different team then.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, if it comes down to it, just come to us. It's brick cars, right? What the fuck?
Wait, a brake car? Oh, you made me funny. Okay, seriously, RL it not blocky, it model, real life, model of the cars.
Oh, so it's meshes. Got it. Alright.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see if Jay can cook something up. He's always down to do stuff, so.
Okay.
There is currently a Concorde on top of the track for some reason. So, we'll figure out that one in a bit.
Oh, can I give out shout out my sponsor before you move on?
If you want to. Yeah.
Well, I'm just driving which car am I just now driving?
You're driving the Fortune machine.
Who does that, like, in the east, or?
That would be currently Tenafiz's car.
Oh.
It's just an emergency car mainly, so, you got yourself. You got yourself. You only need yourself out here. You got it, alright?
Well, I'm gonna say, pencil because I'm wearing the Joey Gano suit, so.
Just saw that.
That kinda makes sense. So, yeah. I'm just giving one sponsor, and that's Pensoil.
Alright. Coolio, we got the Fortune car for you, and thank you there, Jason. We're gonna move up and close the stream for today. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a bit of an up and down day, but overall, the results of the race are pretty good. So for those wondering, there's been a bunch of delays with everything. The ROX Mods didn't have anyone coming, so that will be racing today at 7 p.m. ESPC is based off a poll. There should be 8 drivers or more showing up for the race. Kind of sucks that we had to delay, but I'm pretty hopeful actually. There was I think there was like 8 people, 8 to 9 people that are probably gonna show up later today. We'll have to see what turns out. It could end up being like only 6 like today. But you don't need a lot of cars to make a good race. That was like 4 cars battling it out the whole day. So yeah, great racing. We'll pop up in just a little bit. We're gonna finish off with the slideshow. So yeah.